This is a big night. Something that we've been doing locally now goes national. It's a night where bad things are also happening in Washington that remind us about what we're doing here in Woodstock, what we're doing here in New York 19. Now, all of you I think know me. I'm Jeff Beals. I'm a teacher down the road in Woodstock Day School. I'm a former U.S. diplomat, and my family has a farm here in the Hudson Valley since I'm a kid. And what's happening right now in Washington is our Congress and our representative are working in concert to dismantle our government. They are voting through a tax bill that is nothing more than a scam to take away money from most Americans and hand it off as tax breaks to the ultra-wealthy. But for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And this is the equal and opposite reaction right here tonight. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. We've been running a grassroots campaign here, and we have won supporters from all 11 counties in a vast district stretching over 7,900 square miles. And now the cavalry has come in because the Justice Democrats have chosen and endorsed our campaign as the right path to take our... You know, they chose us for a bunch of reasons, and they chose us, I think, for a reason that a lot of you are here tonight. Because this campaign is about people living here and about what we all know to be true and what has been unheard for too long in New York 19 and around the country. Now, I work in this district with my wife, and we try to get by like a lot of families do, and it is very hard to do that here. And that's why I'm running for Congress. I'm running for Congress for reasons that are as obvious as the life I live every day and the life that all my friends and all of you here live every day. I'm running to support Medicare for all Americans. And I'm doing it for an obvious reason, because we all need it. All my friends do. It's as clear as day that we need that, and that too many of us are laboring under medical debt. I'm running to face down the pharmaceutical companies and hold them accountable for their actions. Why? Same reason, because we've seen the toll the opioid crisis has taken right here at home. I'm running to relieve student debt and make public education tuition free in our universities.
Amen to that.
And I'm doing it because volunteers on this campaign are laboring under too much student debt. And because the students that I teach are facing unbridgeable bills to their own future that are going to mortgage their lives before they even began. I'm running to raise Social Security benefits and lower the cost of prescription drugs. You know why I'm doing that? Because seniors that I know here in our district are being price gouged and ripped off and are not getting by when those are the benefits they rely on. I'm running because we need to stand up about climate change, and we need to take action against the polluters that are affecting our lives and our environment. And I'm doing it because I know farmers here who are seeing these problems, because I know the Hudson River and the toll it's taken there, and because I've seen it at my own farm. I'm running to face down giant companies that are tax dodgers like Walmart, because I've seen that company bankrupt stores right here in Ulster County. I'm running to face down companies like Home Depot, because I've seen them bankrupt the hardware store down the road from our farm here in the Hudson Valley. All the things that we are running this campaign for are based on things we're seeing and living. They're based on the stories that we all tell, because they're the stories of our lives. But we didn't get in this situation overnight. And that's what I think is unique about this campaign and unique about why we're all together here this early. Because this campaign comes from an understanding that we didn't just wind up with John Faso because of one election. We didn't just wind up with this corrupt administration in Washington because of one election. We wound up with this situation because of things that have been going wrong in this country for decades. They have been going wrong for the last 40 years. We have seen our country's economy grow And the benefits were not shared by the vast majority of us. More than 90% of us, in fact. And that speaks to the song that was just sung there so beautifully. And that's what we're responding to. We're responding to a lot more than one election. And we're realizing that in order to make a change in Washington, we have to make a basic change in the way we run our politics. And that's why you're all here tonight. It's why I've stood up to run. It's what this campaign is about. It's about citizens standing up rather than giant corporate donors. It's about causes that the people champion rather than causes that donors demand, like this ridiculous tax bill we're seeing in Washington that wasn't called for by anybody here. And the more we speak these truths to our friends, to one another, and to, yes, the other side, the larger a coalition we're going to be able to build, because it's a coalition that benefits the vast majority of us who want to see our government do what we formed it to do. We formed a government to protect us, to empower us, to make our lives better. And our government should be creating jobs, it should be investing in infrastructure, it should be building our roads, and it should be providing the human right of health care to all the citizens that believed in life among the life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So we all know that tonight, and the reason we're celebrating is because there's more and more people in our district that know it, and a national group has known it too, because we're waging this campaign a different way, and the Justice Democrats agree with us. And they're going to be featuring this campaign and spreading the word nationally. And I can tell you all that all of your contributions that have been coming into this campaign and all your efforts are already, just over the last day and a half, now getting matched by people around the country who are beginning to make their voices heard. Yeah. So, in the end, all I can tell you is this is the beginning of a long road. It's a road that began before this campaign. It's a road that'll continue after it's done. It's a road that's going to lead all the way from Woodstock all the way to Washington, D.C. Because we're going to do a lot more than just win. We're going to unite New York 19, and then we're going to unite this country. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm Jeff Beals. I voted against John Faso in the last election, and this time I'm running against John Faso. Yeah!